Hi friends, happy holidays. I am coming to you from my office. I don't usually film in here because there's nothing usually to film in here, but I am going to share with you a really fun project that we are doing this year for the first time. And this is called Greetings from the North Pole, and this program is sponsored by the United States Postal Service. There are actually two Christmas programs they have. There's another one called Operation Santa, and this is not that to be confused with that whatsoever. That is actually a program that goes back to 1912 when the postmaster noticed that there was needy kids. They can write into Santa for things that they would like for Christmas that their families may not be able to provide, and then they sync them up with people that want to provide to needy kids. It's a beautiful program. But that is not what this is whatsoever. This is just a service the post office does where your kiddo writes a letter to Santa and then the parent later writes a reply from Santa. You put them in an envelope, send them to Alaska, and they postmark it for you from the North Pole and send it back to your kid. It's a really cute program. Most of the work is on the parent, and this is the first year we are doing this, so I'm going through everything that I did to create this. We're gonna mail it, and then I'm gonna show you how long it takes to come back and what it looks like when it comes back. So all the legwork pretty much is done on the parent, and the supplies you're going to need are your letter from your child or children. I have two, so both of mine did a letter this year. A reply from Santa, and I choose to do one reply to both of my kiddos. My daughter is about 18 months old and my son is 3.5 years old, so he really understands this a lot more than my daughter does. But just to include everybody, I have two letters from my kiddos, one letter reply from Santa, and then I also found these super cute, and I'll zoom in a minute, little report cards from the elves on how each child did through the year. It was just something I found on Amazon. I'll list all of this stuff below, and it looked super cute. So I have the report cards from the elves, the letter from Santa, the letter from the kiddos. That is going to go into a self-addressed stamped envelope, and the return address is going to be, you're going to write in from the North Pole. You're going to take that letter and put it into a larger envelope. The larger envelope is what you're then going to send to Alaska, and the postmaster is going to then open your larger envelope and just take your already pre-addressed stamped envelope and chuck it in the mail, and they are going to first postmark it from the North Pole. So that's what you're getting back from the post office, is my understanding. Like I said, this is the first year we're doing this, so we're going to see how it turns out. I did get a couple little cute things. I already talked about the little report cards from the North Pole. I have Christmas stamps actually from last year for my Christmas cards, so I'm going to go ahead and use one of those. I didn't think to do that on my envelopes, but it's okay. I got these envelopes. I just have my kiddo's address here blurred out, but I got these cute little envelopes with the red bow here. I thought it was really sweet. I already put I already put a stamp on it, so it's ready to go. And I have a stamp here I'm going to show you that I got on Amazon, and it says, from the workshop of Santa Claus, 1 Santa Claus Boulevard at the North Pole. This is totally extra. You do not have to do this whatsoever, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to stamp that, put all of my kiddos' letters in here. I am going to go ahead and weigh all of this stuff. In the United States, 1 stamp is 1 ounce. So I just want to make sure my letter isn't over. If it's over, I will just put another stamp on it and things will be fine. The letters that your kids can write, they can just freeform and decorate it. That is really sweet. Paul isn't really at that age yet, so I found this on Canva. It is a Dear Santa letter. I didn't manipulate it at all, and the kids just filled their info in. This is for Paul. He wanted to go by Paul Bear, that's the nickname, and he said that he is nice this year and he'd like a train table, a dragon toy monster truck, and a trumpet. And then we both filled this, me and Paul filled this out for Tilly, and we said she was nice and she would like a dollhouse, anything Bluey or Minnie Mouse related. So that's their letters to Santa. I went ahead and did this last night. I was going to originally write a note from Santa Claus on the back of their letter, so they sent their letter to Santa and he like replied on the back, but I'll be completely honest, I do not like my handwriting. I don't feel like I have beautiful handwriting. I know some people have wonderful penmanship. I am not one of those people. So I last minute decided to print a letter from This is also from Canva. I just looked up letter from Santa and all of these letters popped up. I've seen these on Etsy where you can pay for them as well. And the only thing, I did actually rewrite it. This one says, Dear Paul and Tilly, and then I just put, do you want me to read it to you? I don't know if you want me to read it to you. I'll read it to you really fast. You can tell me if you do or do not like this. I did copy some of it I handwritten myself. So it says, official letter from the North Pole. Dear Paul and Tilly, thank you for sending me your Christmas letters recently. I read them with great pleasure. It's time to get excited because Christmas is right around the corner. We are so busy here at the North Pole preparing for the big day. The elves and I have been up late every night making lots of toys here in the workshop. Buddy the elf, that's our elf on the shelf, has been telling me all about your adventures you've been getting into. I look forward to his stories each evening when he reports back to the North Pole. I look forward to stopping at your house this Christmas. Keep up the good work. I will be sure to leave you something special Christmas morning. Merry Christmas. And then I left it blank because originally I was going to handwrite this. I got a Christmas signature stamp on Amazon, of course. So I was going to go ahead and stamp the bottom of this and probably do it like slightly askew or something. So I'm going to take the letters from the kids, the letter from Santa Claus, the report cards. I'm going to put all of these into this envelope with a stamp of the return address from the North Pole. And then this letter is going to go into this big envelope. I do have my return address on here because this is what I'm actually mailing to the post office. So for some reason, if this gets lost, I want it to be returned to me, not the fake North Pole one, obviously. I just have to check the postage that this is under an ounce. We shall see. I have the stamps on standby, and this is the address for 2023. I will link all of this below, and it's going to North Pole Postmaster 4141 Postmark Drive, Anchorage, Alaska 99530-9998. And the post office recommends that you mail this between November 23rd and December 1st. It is December 1st when I'm filming this. It's Friday. We are going to make a little field trip to the post office tomorrow, so that would be December 2nd on a Saturday, and actually mail it in the post office. I thought that'd be a little cute. And the post office in town is actually like a historic building. It's actually a really pretty post office. So we're gonna do that and see how long it takes for it to come back. I hope I'm not too late because it said, you know, to wait to do it between that time period. I was actually waiting for one of these stamps. It took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be. So that is the whole process, and then we shall see what happens. A not so great day. It actually snowed this morning, which makes this a little more magical. I just went out to the mailbox and guess what was in there? Our letter from Santa Claus. So here's what it looks like. I'm just blocking the address. I did that. That was my stamp. So here is kind of what you get. You get, it's kind of, you can't really tell. It says the North Pole, Alaska, and there's like a Santa stamp. How sweet is that? I can't remember the date that I mailed it, so I'll list it here. Today is, so it reached Alaska December 7th, and today it went back to Virginia. It's December 11th. Mosley, are you excited? Yeah. I'm so excited for the kids to open this when they get up from their nap.
Get me something.
What's it, buddy?
Whoa.
What did you get?